They promised me freedom. What I got was a knock at my door from federal agents. Turns out, I'd been laundering money for a global cybercrime ring, and I didn't even know it. If you've ever felt taken advantage of, if someone's ever used your trust against you, hit that like button, because this story, it's about blind trust, shocking betrayal, and a fight for justice when the whole system seemed stacked against me. I was broke, laid off, living paycheck to paycheck, and I don't mean that metaphorically. My savings? Gone. My credit score? Tanking. I'd been sleeping in my car some nights just to avoid going back to the apartment I couldn't afford anymore. I was desperate. And that's exactly when they found me. It started with a message on Telegram. A woman named Lena reached out. She said she worked for a fintech startup that helped connect struggling Americans to passive income opportunities using crypto and high-yield transfers. Sounded scammy at first, but she was patient, kind. She listened when I told her about losing my job. She never pushed. Then one day she said, "We're looking for people who can help us test U.S. banking systems. Nothing illegal. Just let us use your account for a few transfers. You get 10% of everything that moves through." I'll admit, I hesitated. But when the first wire came through, $5,000, and I saw $500 hit my account, I thought, what's the harm? Turns out, that one click turned me into a money mule. At first, it felt like I was helping a startup. Then more wires came, bigger ones, 10 grand, 15. I was told to convert the money into crypto and send it to a liquidity pool. Lena said it was part of optimizing exchange platforms. I didn't even know what that meant, but I was making money. I was paying rent again, eating real food. I started to feel human. One night, she messaged me at 2 a.m. "Can you process one more tonight? High priority, big client." $20,000 hit my account. I wired it like usual, but this time, my bank froze everything. Next morning, my phone rang. Chase Fraud Division. "Mr. Wilkins, can you explain a $20,000 wire to an offshore crypto exchange in Cambodia?" My stomach dropped. I told them it was part of a program, a tech trial, but they didn't buy it. They weren't angry. They sounded disappointed, like they'd seen this before. "We believe your account was used in an international money laundering scheme," the agent said. "You may be liable unless you can prove coercion." I couldn't even breathe. When I tried to reach Lena, gone. Telegram account deleted. Every message disappeared. I still had the money from the earlier transfers, but the bank seized it, locked me out. I couldn't pay rent. I lost everything, again. But this time, it wasn't bad luck. It was me. I'd helped criminals steal money from real victims. I later learned those transfers were from people scammed by fake crypto investments. Elderly folks, retirees, college kids maxing out student loans. I was the middleman. A pig butchering scam, they called it. Fatting the pig, the victim, with promises of love, wealth, opportunity, then slaughtering them. I wasn't just a victim. I was part of the slaughterhouse. But I wasn't going down without a fight. I contacted ProPublica, the investigative reporters exposing the scam ring. I told them everything. The chats, the wire logs, the crypto trail. They listened, and then they dug deep. Turns out, I wasn't alone. Scammers were renting U.S. bank accounts like Airbnbs on Telegram. There were entire markets of desperate people like me, pawns. Some even sold their bank logins for a few $100, not realizing they were selling access to criminal networks. And guess what? Banks knew. They're supposed to have anti-money laundering protocols, but no one audits how effective they are. And banks, they don't share suspicious activity reports with each other because it's proprietary. They let it happen. One banker even told reporters off the record, "If it's not a billion-dollar breach, nobody cares." That broke me, but it also lit a fire. I testified. I gave my story to federal agents. I shared screenshots, crypto wallet IDs, routing numbers, everything. The FBI traced some of the wallets. They linked one to a criminal compound in Cambodia, tied to forced labor and digital scam sweatshops. Yeah, human trafficking. ProPublica published my story. It went viral. Chase reversed the charges. I got my name cleared. But the real revenge? One of the banks, under pressure, froze millions in suspected scam transfers. Some victims got partial refunds. Telegram started cracking down harder. Regulators began quietly auditing U.S. banks' laundering protections. I was just a pebble, but the ripple was real. Looking back, I wasn't greedy. I was desperate, and desperation makes you blind to consequences. I let someone in when I needed help, and they turned me into a criminal without me even realizing it. But I also learned shame thrives in silence, and the only way to fight it is to speak. If you felt that justice was served, smash that like button. And tell me, have you ever been scammed or used by someone pretending to help? Let us know in the comments. You never know who you might help by sharing. And don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping true stories every week.